have a really honest chat about how book writing is going. Planner specifically for just my writing. Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome to today's video where we're gonna have a really honest chat about how book writing is going. This is really, I don't like this background. I'm at my desk. And since I've changed up my desk situation, all the pretty background stuff is behind you guys. I have to turn this away from my desk for you to see all my cute stuff, like my books or my wall collage or all sorts of stuff. But it's 4 o'clock and I haven't had lunch yet. So I'm having an early dinner / lunch of some tacos I made, and I have a lot of thoughts right now, and I just thought I would vocalize them here because I feel like it's the end of a year. It's December 8th today, and I feel like that brings up a lot of thoughts for people, good thoughts, bad thoughts. You reflect on how the year went, you think about the new year. I'm finding myself feeling the end of this year was just I knew it was going to be busy, but I didn't really expect. I got sick a couple times, and I didn't really expect that to happen, just a lot of life things, This year just hasn't gone quite the way I thought it would, and it's been a good year, so I really have nothing to complain about. But I'm at the end of the year, and I just feel I wish I was farther along on all of my writing goals and business goals than I am right now. And so that's made me think a lot about what my goals are for next year. But I feel it's also a lot of a mental health conversation, trying not to make myself feel bad that I didn't get my goals, but also realizing I'm the reason that a lot of my goals didn't happen, because I don't think I really planned this year to happen the way it did. And now I feel looking at 2023, everything to me is everything's a business. Writing a book is a business, and YouTube is a business. Everything is just very I can look at it more objectively. It's not just oh, I hope I get that done. It's no, you have to plan to meet those goals in order to get the place that you want to be. So I have a lot of thoughts right now, and I just thought I would film it while I'm feeling them and trying to process them. And I was upset earlier about not reaching some goals and feeling I just can never get as much done as I want to get done. And then I have a much more positive outlook on it now. It's been a couple hours since I first was thinking about this stuff, and I was I really just want to journal about this, or write a bunch of stuff out and start doing some 2023 planning now that I've been reflecting on things and how this year went. And it also really made me think about my writing goals and the book that I've been writing all year. I'm thinking about pausing it and choosing another writing project that I had also started. I thought about this a little while ago, and I was then it's gonna feel you just stop and start things all the time and I never finish stuff. And I was oh, I'm gonna feel so frustrated by that. But I've just been reflecting, and I'm gonna look at it more and think about it a little bit more. But my thoughts started becoming, I feel I have a lot of anxiety and pressure that I'm putting on myself about the series that I've been writing, because it's just so big. The idea I have is so exciting to me, and I love it, and there's so many characters, and I've done a lot of development for them. It's a lot of complex world building and components of an epic fantasy, which are just so large. I just am starting to feel I don't know if I have the skills yet as a new author trying to self-publish for the first time to approach something as huge as this. A few weeks ago, after working on my story, I came up with a new story idea. It just felt so manageable when I started working on it. I could outline it almost an entire night. It just felt so simple the way the story was going, and it's because of all the work I've put in all year of reading Save the Cat Writes a Novel, of, listening to fellow authors, and just so much advice out there on how to do this. And this year I have read so much. So I'll have to do a reading recap or something. But I think I've read almost 60 books now this year, and a ton of them are in the fantasy genre. I would say 90% of them are probably in the fantasy genre. Some of them are epic fantasy, but a lot of them were fantasy romance. Because I recently was trying to give a book recommendation to someone, and I realized they read mostly just epic fantasy, Brandon Sanderson vibes of fantasy. And I haven't even read anything by Brandon Sanderson because I own books by him, but my husband's reading reading that series first. And so once he finishes it, I said I would read it. He's a really slow reader compared to me, so it might be a while. But everything I've read pretty much has either been YA or it has been fantasy romance, like mostly like standalones or paranormal romance. I don't know, like those kind of things. And I really enjoy that. I think they're really great for like a fun, quick read. I enjoy doing that. And so I started just feeling like the new story I have is a fantasy romance, like most likely just a standalone. When I plotted part of it, I took all that knowledge and all the stuff that I've read, and I felt like I could just outline it and knew where it was going so easily. Like I could see the book so easily. And I also like was able to figure out a name for this book super easily, where for my series, I have like jumped back and forth on this name a million times, and every time I go to like solidify a name, I say you can't name it because you haven't gotten into the story enough. You don't know the true name. And then I don't do it. Months ago, maybe in August, I was trying to book a cover artist to do my work, and she had like a time to put me on her schedule, and she could have done it in January. I was like, yeah, great. And then I was like, let me just get back to you. I'm not sure like the name and like the timeline and stuff. And then I just never got back to her because I couldn't figure out the freaking name. I just feel like that book is not done, and I've been working on it, and I have so many videos coming for you guys about this because I've filmed and written so much and worked on it, and I'm deep into draft 2, but I just see that this is going to take so much more time and effort. And I feel like part of it is because I'm just not there yet, like skill wise. I don't know how to publish a book. Like I have researched it, but I've never actually done it. So my brain is half consumed with marketing and trying to publish the book. And I feel like part of me just wants to like rip the band-aid off, and I would literally just publish in like a month or 2. Like if I could. Not with this series, because I love this series that I'm writing, and I just want it, I want to do it justice, you know? I had to pause to finish eating my tacos. This is a really chaotic video, I feel like, already. But basically the point is, I'm starting to feel like I should totally just pause this huge series that I'm working on, that I've been working on since March, and it's now December of 2022, and I feel like really what I want to do, like, I guess, guys, what am I saying? I feel like I need to reevaluate what my goal is in writing, and I have 2 goals. One is I enjoy writing, I enjoy reading, and I would love to be a published author. I think it would be great. I would really love to be able to hold a book in my hands and be like, I wrote this, and have other people enjoy it. That's a huge part. But the second part is I really want to build an author business. Like I want to make money off of my books, and I want to publish, I guess when I'm thinking of 2023, I want to publish more than 1 book next year. And if I start with this series, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to publish anything until like maybe like in the fall, because my goal, I keep saying let me publish in the spring, but there's just no way it's gonna be done. Not to my satisfaction. I think I could publish something this spring if I can like lock in a cover designer, because I have the title and I already know what it is and I know the vibe, and so I feel like I could get somebody to help me do that. And I also feel like I won't care as much how perfect this book is. It would just be so much quicker to write this, and that just might really make me happy. I feel like I just want to start, and I'm just so frustrated that I haven't started yet. And I also want to learn like the ins and outs of how to publish something, and like all the little problems and like hiccups that come with like first learning something for the first time. And I just think that if I do this other standalone fantasy romance, it'll just be a lot easier than trying to launch a huge multi-book series. Like it's gonna be 3 to 5 books maybe, I don't know. It's huge. I love it. I love all the characters. I just really want, like, that's a book series that I want to write and just feel like it is my best work, and my best work is not going to be my first one. Like the first pancake is just kind of, it's gotta go somewhere. But I feel like I'm limiting myself by never wanting to publish, even though it's all I want to do. Like I work on it so much, but I'm just so nervous to publish this book because I'm nervous that it won't be what I want it to be. But this other story, like I like it and it's super fun. It's kind of like an Aladdin retelling, but like throw in like Bridge Kingdom kind of vibes and like a curse. and it's a twist on an Aladdin retelling. And I just have like a lot of fun thinking about it, and I've planned out so much of it, and I've already like made a huge Pinterest board and it's all plotted out, and I just would love to just finish it. So then it's also like I feel like a renewed sense of work ethic as well, because then it's like, well, how fast can I draft it? And like being able to film it and just like from start to finish and just seeing like how quickly I can do it. I mean, obviously I want to do it well, but I don't know. It's just like a whole different thought process. And the more I'm talking about this, the more I think I just want to do it, because I just really want to publish something and I want it to be good. Like I want to not be so attached to this first book, I guess, because I know that if it doesn't come out the way I want it, or if I get a lot of negative feedback, I'm gonna be like heartbroken or something. I don't know. And I don't want to feel that way. But this other story, I like it, but I'll also be like, this was not like my dream project where I put my absolute heart and soul into this book. It's like a nice, fun, cute romance that's fantasy. And I think I would enjoy just kind of like having fun with it and not putting so much pressure on myself. So those are my thoughts. Then talking about planning for 2023, I got myself a planner specifically for just my writing. This is so fun to me. This is an Elyse Breanne Designs product. I really like her stuff. I think it's so cute. Yeah, there's so much in here that we can plan, and there's a lot. I feel like I've also been overwhelmed with planning. Like, I just feel like I'm never finishing things. And I guess starting a whole new project would mean I'm not really finishing things either, but I feel like this one book is more manageable than like a 5-book series that I'm trying to like weave different facts in. And it doesn't mean I can't work on it like throughout the year. I think I would still work on it, but my primary focus would be this other book. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I have this whole notebook to kind of like plan, and I feel like I need to like sit down and think about like what I really want some of my goals to be for this next year. I really want a book published. That's the biggest thing. So then it's kind of like asking myself the question, does it matter what book I'm publishing if I just want a book published? I'm not sure. I think that going this route is maybe the good choice. Wow, I really talked myself into it on this whole video.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. Significant life, just what it was needed, gleamed in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice.